or Muhammad wa ala Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa farajun. Looks like we're gonna have that lighting issue with this camera again, so feel free to observe me going into witness protection very soon. That's how it looks, right? When it fades out, it looks like I'm going into witness protection. See that? Looks like I'm going into witness protection. Um, Please, for our deceased, the gift of Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of two Qurans. On behalf of all of our marhum, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jil farajum. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Every praise to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, most merciful. O Master of the Day of Judgment, I seek only you. I beseech your help in everything that I do. Keep me on the straight path, the path that is true, the path of those who have gained favors by you, not the path of those who have earned your wrath, nor those who deviated from your guided path. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family. May he quickly return my living Imam to me. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa farajum. Uh, First, I wanted to flex my Ramadan shirt. Ramadan Kareem. That's right. It's the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, second all time to the GOAT, Michael Jordan. We're both top five with LeBron James, who was number five on that list. The other two being Larry Legend and Magic Johnson, probably in that order. Let's do some praise of Allah today. Oh my Lord, creator of everything created, everything subject to your plan, nothing ever deviated, larger than the universe. You are the last, you are the first. There, I'm gonna start this over. Actually, this is on fire. Ya Allah, this is my praise to you. Oh my Lord, creator of oh my Lord, creator of all and everything created, everything subject to your plan, nothing ever deviated, larger than the universe. You are the last, you are the first. There in the beginning, before everything, before creation of a concept of nothing. You are just, you are loving. You decided where to place our planet. 1 mile closer or farther from the sun, there would be no water to drink. No, and we would never understand it. Everything created in pairs. You are the only thing that is one, nothing can compare. Not only do you have all the power, but you're the most fair. No one else can be the most far, yet the most near. O Allah, bring comfort to everyone in despair. Keep us on the path of heaven. You are forgiving and you are fair. Send blessings on Muhammad, and through those blessings, give us success to Muslims everywhere. Please hasten the reappearance of our Imam without a moment to spare. See, and that's what happens when you don't review what you're about to drop, right? Sorry. It was all right though. It was all right. All right. I found something I hadn't said for you guys. Most of my I have a lot of poetry about Karbala, and I mean, I could drop it in Ramadan, but I will wait for Muharram to drop that on some of y'all. Um, yeah, I have some other stuff I want to bring for you guys in Ramadan. So today I wanted to we just praise Allah. I want to also talk about it's Ramadan Kareem, right? This is what we say to people, Ramadan the Great, Ramadan Kareem. Kareem means the great and the generous one. According to this little website I have here. Um Al Kareem, meaning the one who is most generous, bountiful, and esteemed. He is one whose kindness knows no bound and continually gives precious gifts to whomever he wills. He is gracious in giving and forgiving. See, Allah is uh Allah is the most generous, the most giving. Uh and it's simple. Allah has everything. There's nothing Allah doesn't have because Allah is the creator of everything. So if there's something that isn't there, Allah creates it and He has it. He creates from nothing. He doesn't need any materials. He doesn't need ingredients. He doesn't need, supplies. He doesn't need a plan, right? All Allah does is kun fayakun, be, and it is. You don't need to recite Surah Yasin, the last, not the last line, but right before the last line. And the spouse says kun fayakun. You stop reading and ask for your dua, right? Be, and it is. That's how Allah creates. If you want something, right, it doesn't already exist in this world, Allah can create it for you, right? And that's how generous Allah is. And also, Allah is the best of all givers. I mean, stuff He gives you is better than stuff you get anywhere else, right? I mean, technically, anything you get is a creation of Allah. But like, you look at our cars, right? Everything our cars are dope, but they're not as cool as horses, right? Horses run on more efficient fuel. They're a better method of transportation. In fact, cars rate themselves on horsepower, right? If cars are so great, why don't we rate horses on car power, right? This is the mentality of mankind is we try to improve what Allah's already put in place, but Allah is the best of the best. See, so when you reach out to Allah, Kareem, the most generous, understand that Allah gives, doesn't ask for anything in return, right? Your dua, your prayer doesn't mean you're gonna get. Your prayer is for your benefit, right? It's because Allah told you to pray. Allah is gonna give you anyways, right? So you should understand Allah is the most generous and Allah has the most stuff. There's no kingdom other than Allah. Allah's kingdom is so great. He can give everything, He can give you everything you want, and everyone you know everything they want, more than they want, and still have more than enough to give you so you can get more than. And that's why it's important that you pray for other people before you pray for yourself. That's the bottom line, right? Pray for me before you pray for yourself. Pray for my parents before you pray for me. Pray for my marhum before you pray for me. Pray for the brothers and sisters in all over the world, Muslims all over the world, destitute people all over, and then pray for me, right? And then pray for yourself, right? That's brotherhood. That's how it works. That is how you get into Jannah, and that is how you have an amazing day of judgment. We should fear the day of judgment. We should fear it, right? Maliki Yawmiddin, Allah is the master of the day of judgment, right? But what if that's the best day of our life? How awesome would that be, right? Think about that. That should be the worst. The way it's taught, it's the worst. Oh my God, man, what if it's the best day? What if it's amazing, right? We could do that. We could do that. Be awesome, right? It's supposed to be the longest day ever, right? What if it's the best day ever and the longest day ever? The daylight saving time is changing. People, yay, we get an extra hour. Let's stay out later, this and that, right? One day's gonna last 10,000 years. And what if that's the best day ever, right? Reunited with old friends, right? Reunited with companions of Hazrat Ali, or the companions of Imam Zamana, inshallah, right? Right? Hanging out with, your family and your parents and your cousins, and then, my homie Mo will be there. I lost him when I was in my 20s, right? We'll be there, The next time we do Fatah, we'll remember him, right? We do for all of our deceased, right? But if we remember him and do it, he gets different, different sawab. That's how generous Al Kareem is, right? You know, if you have $1 means nothing in this world, right? It's created for this world and it's of this world. Now you take that dollar and you go give it to somebody for charity. That dollar is going to come to you on the day of judgment. It's going to say, "Hey, I was nothing. I was material made for this world, and you made me last forever." Right? Now, if I give you that dollar, right, and say, "Here," and you go give that dollar to somebody else, you get sawab, I get sawab. If that dollar is given to me from somebody, you see what I'm saying? Like Allah doesn't. And then if you give the charity on behalf of your marhum, you get the sawab, and all the marhum get the sawab, right? You see what I'm saying? Allah's generosity has no bounds, right? You want something to be dope, make it dope. Whenever you recite Fatiha, do it for all mu'minat, right? Your attention, as my parents taught me, I'm going to do Fatiha, right? You get sawab, your parents get sawab, their parents get sawab. Whoever taught them to read Quran gets sawab. You see what I'm saying? That Allah's generosity has no bounds. That is who our Lord is, right? So lucky, so lucky. He is the most generous, and as we said yesterday, he is a shakur. He is the most thankful. How is that even possible? Right? Only through Allah are these things possible. Let's do today's dua. Let's see what's up with it. Let's see what's up with this dua. In the name of Allah, this for the 14th, the most beneficent, most merciful. Oh, I like this one. Oh Allah, on this day, please do not blame me for my slips, And please excuse me on this day from my wrong deeds and flaws, and do not expose me on this day to misfortunes and calamities out of your might, O might of the Muslims. Ooh, that last line hits different, right? Usually it's so end goal of the seekers or goal of the desires, right? This is for Muslims, out of your might, oh might of the Muslims, right? Oh might, Allah is the might of the Muslims, right? On this day, 14th of Ramadan. Please do not blame me for my slips, right? Yeah, we're gonna slip up. Did you slip up already today? Think about it. Did you? You missed namaz. Did you cuss? Snapped at your parents? Who knows? Who knows what we did, right? Who knows? We sin all the time. We're so used to it, we don't even realize it, right? But on this day, my Lord, the generous one, Al Kareem, do not blame me for my slips. And please excuse me on this day for my wrong deeds and flaws. I'm gonna do wrong things, Allah. Excuse me for them. My flaws, excuse me for them. Do not expose me on this day to misfortunes and calamities. This is Monday. Do not expose me on this day to misfire. I hate Mondays. On this day, Ya Allah, it's Monday. Hate Monday. Hate you Monday. Do not expose me to misfortunes and calamities on this day, right? Out of your might, all might of the Muslims, right? How great is that? How great is that? Right? MashaAllah. Allahumma sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Please send your blessings on Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad. Right? That was a great dua for today. Amazing. Uh, Ramadan's been going okay. We're about halfway through. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to start running out of the woods. Some of y'all fasting on the fifth, today's the 15th. We're going to find out today who was right, right? By the way the moon looks. If it's a full moon today, then well, those of us that started a day, yeah, we should have been fasting a day earlier. I never do that, but I always want to fast those 3 days before joining Ramadan and get credit for all 3 months, and it's all sounds great and this and that. And then the last day comes, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna fast today. Right? It's not good. I'm not bragging about that, but that's who I is. But you know what? I don't let that keep me from fasting the next day or the next day. And some people think that hey, or some people think, oh, I didn't pray my Fajr namaz, so I'm not gonna pray my Zohar. Your deeds should be independent of each other. Each deed should have its own intention, right? And if each deed has its own intention, and the intention at the end of the day is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right? Right. At the essence, that's your intention. But if each deed has its intention, the fact that you did something you shouldn't at one point in time is not going to dictate what you do later on, right? I mean, it could have the snowball effect of ruining your soul. So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we're talking about oh, you read it for 40 days after Fajr namaz, and Allah will ensure that you're the companion of your living Imam. Even if that means you die before you see your Imam, Allah will raise you with your spear and your clothing to be part of the uh, Imam's companionship, right? So recite Dua for 40 days. And so I was telling a friend of mine that he's like, well, the condition is namaz, and the condition is, there's conditions to it, right? And I said, here's the thing. If you recite Dua for 40 days, those conditions become fulfilled too, because it's not just all of a sudden you're a member of Imam Zamana's army, right? You're not a companion of the Imam. It changes your soul. Your soul starts craving namaz and feels sad and lost without it, right? That's what Dua Uhud does. When you recite it for 40 days, it changes your soul. It changes your essence to make you crave namaz and to make you a person worthy of companionship with the Imam. So it's not just, hey, do this and boom, that happens. Maybe it is, right? Maybe you're a good enough person where you're already among those, and you just have to recite Dua to solidify your place, right? But for those of us, me, who aren't, when I discipline myself to recite it for 40 days straight, and like I said, read the translation while you're reading in Arabic, unless if your Arabic is strong, and if it's that strong, teach me, dog, please. But yeah, so recite Dua, listen to it, read the English, make sure you know what you're saying, right? For 40 days, right? Inshallah, one day I'll do it too. That'll change your life. Change your life. It'll make you crave the things that make Imam happy, and like the things that the Imam likes, and keep the same hobbies as him, and then eventually it'll be his companions, right? This is what it does. It's not, doesn't just happen. You ask Allah for mercy. Oh, yeah, I'm going to sin and ask Allah, He's going to forgive me. Yeah, Allah's that forgiving. Allah's that forgiving. Oh, but I'm going to sin again. Don't sin again. But if you do, ask Allah for forgiveness again. You know, brother Jawad, Zahid, Jay-Z, JZ, Tiago, he told me an awesome story. He said that one day the dude died and he was having trouble in Barzakh, right? Scared of Barzakh, yo, scared of it. Ya Allah, please make my death light on me and my family and keep me safe from the punishment of the grave. Punishment in hell is a different thing. Punishment post day of judgment, that's a whole different story. Punishment in the grave, yo, I don't want none of that. I want none of that. Ya Allah, forgive me. This is Ramadan and I'm fasting. I'm so hungry right now. Please forgive my sins and forgive the sins of my brothers and sisters. Kul mu'minin mu'minat, marhum, my parents first. Do that first. Forgive my sins, right? Inshallah. So yeah, this dude dies, goes to Barzakh, and he's scared. And all these things come and start helping him. So thanks, yo, what are you? Where are you coming from? Oh, these are your unanswered du'as. Unanswered du'as Allah sends to you when you die to help you. And the guy was like, yo, I wish more of my du'as didn't get answered. Ask for du'a, right? Doesn't that mean you should ask for more dua, right? So more of your duas won't get answered. More of your duas will get answered, and you'll have some on the day. Constantly ask for prayer. That's what I've learned is I'm gonna constantly ask when I ask for ridiculous things because Allah, there's nothing, no ridiculous request to Allah. So if you say I want Jannat, I want everything in Jannat, and I want everything here, and you're undeserving of it, that's a ridiculous request, right? But asking for anything from Allah is a ridiculous request because we're not worthy of anything. So why not ask he who is the most generous for something you know you don't deserve because you know you're undeserving of it and you acknowledge that he's the most generous. That's respect, right? Ask for forgiveness. Yeah, you don't deserve it. Ask for it anyways because Allah is that generous and that forgiving, right? Don't sit there beating yourself. Well, I can't ask you. Yeah, you can't and you shouldn't. You don't deserve it. There's no reason you should get it, but you're going to and Allah will give it because he's that generous, that generous. Al Kareem. He's that generous. He's that forgiving, right? And your unanswered prayers, right? Oh, my prayers did get answered. Oh, I never catch any fish in the water, right? There's all people cry about their sins, right? And we cry about their du'as not getting answered and blame their sins and this and that. And then when they die, oh, look, all these things are helping me. They're my unanswered prayers. Oh, I was wrong, right? That's it. Don't complicate your life by making yourself more important than you are. You are nothing. I am nothing, and Allah is everything. You want to be something? Be something. The way you be something is by acknowledging that Allah is everything and love and acknowledging that there are people who sacrifice for Allah and love Allah more than anyone, and Allah loves them. And if you love them, you're something too. You know who I'm talking about. The 14 Masameen, your mom, Bibi Fatima Zahra, right? We're nothing without them, right? I'm telling you right now, right? You were nothing. I'm not talking down to you, right? There's not mean stuff I'm saying to you. I'm telling you the truth. What are you? What are you? Nothing. You're a slave, right? A speck of dust in the history of time. Look at an ant on the floor and it means nothing to you. We're less than that in the grand scheme of things, unless you want to be greater than that. And Allah tells us how to be greater than that, right? Tells us how to be greater than that, right? The might of the Muslims, right? See what I'm saying? Be greater than what you are by being something great. Choose to be something great. Decide right now, I'm going to be greater than I am. Why? Because I'm going to be the love of Bibi Fatima. And that's something, isn't it? Now you're something. Just like the Sadqa was nothing, right? The money, the dollar was nothing. You gave it out to Sadqa, live forever, right? You're nothing until you love Bibi Fatima, until you submit to Allah, and then you're something, right? All right, let's say a pray for our mom and get out of here. What do you say? Uh, First, let's do a Fatiha. We already did one. I want to do another one for my dead homie, Muhammad Musa Shah. Call him Danish. I called him Mo. Uh, my first dead homie, Habib. His father's name was Mazahir. He was not the legendary Habib ibn Mazahir, but he was Habib ibn Mazahir. He was a little bit younger than me. He died when he was 8. Uh, So that my homie Mo, you know, my grandmother's, my father, always remember him in your prayers. Very important, man. Remember your marhum, dude. My father was a great man. He helped a lot of people. He taught me a lot. Taught me a lot. Taught me to love the Allah Bayt. He taught me to fear Allah. He taught me how to be a man. Taught me about friendship. Um, he taught me how to play basketball. I don't even know if he knew how to play basketball, but he taught me how to play basketball. And now look who's got rings, dog. Um, just do Fatah for all of them. I'm gonna do it in Arabic. You all know the translation. We did at the beginning of this. I hate to, for those who don't, I'll do it in both. We'll do it in both. How's that sound? Allahumma sallallahu alaihi wa Fatiha. As I'll say, I started with, please for our deceased to give the Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of two Qurans. When you recite Surah Al-Hamd, Surah Fatiha, the opening, um, that's the first chapter of the Quran. You get the sawab. That's the benefits, the rewards of reciting the entire Quran just by reciting that one verse. And then when you recite Surah Ikhlas, Surah Tawheed, Surah Qul Huwallah, three times, you get the sawab, the rewards of reciting the entire Quran, right? And so we do it, as I said earlier, when you do something, do it on behalf, do it on Kumel's behalf. I get sawab too, right? Please, right? So when you do it on behalf of our deceased, you're giving them a gift of two Qurans because we do Surah Al-Hamd one time and Surah Ikhlas, Surah Tawheed three times. Please for our deceased to give the Fatiha, right? Fatiha is the name of the act of doing Fatiha is Surah three times Qul Huwallah, but Fatiha is also the name of the Surah Fatiha, right? Uh, so please for our deceased to give the Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of two Qurans on behalf of all of our marhum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Ya Allah, send your blessings on Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad and hasten his successor, return his successor, Prophet Muhammad's successor, my living Imam, Imam Mahdi Sahib Zaman alayhi salam, return him to me quickly. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. I seek only you. I beseech your help in everything that I do. Please keep me on the straight path, the path that is true, the path of those who have gained favors by you, not the path of those who have earned your wrath, nor those who deviated from your guided path. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful, say Allah is the singular numeral. There's nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Please send your blessings on Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad. Return my living Imam to me quickly. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Now prayer for our Imam, right? I'm gonna flex my Ramadan gear one more time. We want any of these Ramadan vibe shirts, Ramadan Kareem shirts. You out of luck, dog. They're custom made. Me, my gear. No, just kidding. They are though. You can't have it, but I'll flex it again. So you know how hard it was to find this picture of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar not in the Laker jersey, right? I found it. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وجل فرجه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن. Oh Allah, shower blessings on your chosen one, your proof, your hujjah, son of al-Hassan. Blessings on his blessed forefathers, every single one, and on him in this hour we're in, and every other hour, because he is our guardian, protector, leader, helper, and I, your proof. Make him live on earth in obedience to you. Cause him to live in it for a long time. Please recite a salawat for our living Imam, Imam Muhammad Mehdi Sahib Uzman alayhi salam al-Qaim. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa faraju. Have a great Monday. 8 Mondays, but inshallah this will be a good one. All right, Muhammad wa ala